What's going on, everybody? Andrew Champagne here, coming to you plausibly live from Northern California on Sunday, October 13th. I am headed to the Big Fresno Fair for the very first time. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from where I'm at right now, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be track 22 for me on my list of tracks that I've been to, a list that at least one person in the industry says is pathetically low. Hi, Pete. How's it going? I'm looking forward to heading down there. There's a good 9-race card today, complete with a minor stakes race, the Bull Dog going 1 1/8 miles. Okay, so we got a good news, bad news situation here. The good news is it is an absolutely beautiful day here in Fresno, California. Temperatures in the low 80s, sunny skies. It is going to be a wonderful afternoon. And more good news, necessary nourishment ahead of today's events. The bad news, though, is it appears as though I have lost my credential and have to pay at the gate, so I'm down $12 before I even place a bet. Here we are trackside at the Big Fresno Fair, and as you can see, nice tote board behind me with a rock formation. There's no real way to see the backstretch from the track apron, so I'm going to need to go up into the sky, and hopefully somebody that I know will be able to have a better view than I will. Okay, folks, so my early pick 4 died a pretty ugly death. Gonna need to look for some other stuff to do, at least until the late pick 4 starts. Anybody got any ideas before anyone says anything? Absolutely not. Hard pass. Hard pass. Okay, now we're talking. Ladies and gentlemen, a wrestling ring at the Big Fresno Fair, maybe about a 1/4 mile away from a racetrack. That's the stuff. All right, thanks to the generosity of the fabulous people at the California Association of Racing Fairs, I have obtained one of these magical wristbands, which allows me to get up here to the upper level and get a chance to see way out over yonder, including onto the backstretch. There's a lot of people here at the Big Fresno Fair this afternoon. You might be able to see behind me a little bit of the crowd. Trust me, way more over my back shoulder here. Anyway, we're just now coming up on the 5th race of the afternoon. The late pick 4 starts in race number 6. We're coming up on race number 8. This is the $50,000 Bull Dog for older horses going 1 1/8 miles. This race drew a pretty salty field of 6. I am halfway home in the late pick 4 right now, and I have gone 3 deep. I will use number 1, Mugaritz, number 4, Respect the Hustle, and number 6, Rocky Tough. Hopefully I've gone deep enough, and hopefully we can get a little bit of a price home in the Sunday feature. So Mugaritz goes wire to wire in the Bull Dog here at the Big Fresno. Thanks, Chris. Much appreciated. So Mugaritz goes wire to wire in the Bull Dog here at the Big Fresno Fair. Sorry, you guys can go. I'm shooting me. So Mugaritz goes wire to wire in the Bull Dog here at the Big Fresno Fair, and I am alive to 4 horses here in the last leg of the pick 4. I am alive to horses 2, 3, 5, and 8. If the 5 wins, it's not going to pay a whole heck of a lot, but if any of the other 3 win, it ensures a profit for the day. Okay, so I'm back home from my day trip to Fresno, and I just want to take a couple of minutes to go into some depth on a couple of things that really stood out to me. The crowd at Fresno today was electric. When the field came out onto the track for the Bulldog, and when they ran the Bulldog, the place was rocking. It was really cool to see. With all due respect to a number of different venues that are more recognizable to the casual horse fan, there are times where really big races are run in what may as well be muted voids. They may get a lot of people at the track, but sometimes the enthusiasm just isn't there. Not the case when it comes to the racing fair circuit. If you have any sort of a chance to go to a racing fair, just go. Don't question it. Bring a friend, take the drive, have some fun. It's a really cool atmosphere. It's really something that you're going to remember, and hopefully it's something that you've got a chance to enjoy while cashing a couple of tickets along the way. I did wind up making a slight profit today. Didn't play a whole heck of a lot, but hitting the late pick 4 meant that I came home with a couple more bucks in my pocket than I had when I went down there. I had a chance to speak with Jonathan Wong, the trainer of Bulldog winner Mugaritz, after the Bulldog had been run, and he obviously was over the moon. As it turns out, Mugaritz is one of the barn's favorite horses. He's a hard-trying horse, lots of early speed, and he agreed that the race set up perfectly for Mugaritz's running style. Mugaritz was able to go out to the lead, and the jockey was able to do a really nice job going down the backstretch of slowing down the tempo and making sure that the front runner had something left in the tank when the field turned for home. I tried to do my part. I said, you know, if Omaha Beach doesn't go in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, ... And Jonathan Wong, to his credit, waved me off and said, no, 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 it's too soon. Some thank yous that need to go out before we wrap things up. I need to thank the fine people at CARF for hooking me up with one of those fancy wristbands. Special thanks also to Alan Aldrich for pointing me in the right direction on that. One other note, I really do need to thank Chris Griffin. For those of you who do not know, Chris Griffin is the racetrack announcer at CARF Tracks. Monday, October 14th will be his last day in that capacity. He'll be heading to Texas to assume a full-time role at Sam Houston Race Park, one that I know he is going to knock out of the park. Without going into too much depth on this, Chris has done a lot for me when he did not have to at all whatsoever. The stuff that you saw from me during the course of the Pleasanton meeting earlier this summer, a lot of that was his doing and him saying, hey, I know you've got some talent. Go have some fun with it. It's been a pleasure to work with him for this year as well as a little bit last year as well. And I know he's going to do a tremendous job in the role at Sam Houston. I tried to buy him a drink after the card was over, but unfortunately the bar we went to was cash only, and I didn't have cash on me, so he wound up buying his own goodbye drink, and I felt like an idiot and still do. But anyway, Chris, if you're out there, thank you very much for everything. I know you're going to do a tremendous job at Sam Houston. That's a wrap from today's report from the Big Fresno Fair. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And hopefully you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. We're going to have a lot more content coming up in the weeks and months ahead. If you've got any ideas, by all means, send them on over. I am all ears. You can follow me on Twitter at @AndrewChampagne. My DMs are open. I respond to everything that comes through, and I really hope to hear from you. Thanks very much.